welcome back to the All-American Book Club. We are here live in our nation's capital. Yes, it's very chilly, but finally the government shutdown has come to an end. So we're warming up with our pumpkin spice lattes and our peppermint mochas, and we are gathering around the holiday tables with my favorite authors from this year. I went in and chose all of my favorite authors, which is everybody, but you're going to get to meet some very powerful authors here at the All-American Book Club. And if you're watching on the YouTube channel, you're going to get to see all their beautiful faces and all of their books because they're going to be holding them up. But as we go through the month of December here at the All-American Book Club, we're going to be talking with each and every one of these authors about our favorite recipes, about what it means to gather around the table Thanksgiving, at Christmas, what it means to come together in our community, and what it means to really just engage and build one another up through this holiday season. And if you're looking for that perfect stocking stuffer, if you're looking for that perfect gift for your neighbor and you just don't know what to find, well, you have plenty of options here at the All-American Book Club, and you're going to be meeting these powerful ladies of faith, of family, and of freedom. So please help me welcome to the show. We have Gigi Butler and Gigi's Cupcakes. We have Debbie Maycomber. We have Elizabeth Goddard. We have Mindy Grant. We have Carrie Hasenbog, Irene Hannon, Melody Carlson, Lynn Smith, Isaac Abla, Dani Pettrey, and Hadia Muradamati. I apologize. I've been practicing your name, and I absolutely am so thankful to have each and every one of you guys here. And for anybody who is tuning in on the live to air, you know what? Hop over to WMAL.com at the All-American Book Club, and you will find all of their information as we go through the month of December. So I'm going to kick off this show with the very first question, and here's what it is. You know what? Gigi Butler, I'm going to tag you first.
Okay.
And you inspired me. For all of those who are tuning in, you know I can't cook to save my life. So that's why I wanted to get all of you guys together to talk about your books and your favorite recipes and your favorite traditions around the kitchen table. So please help me out. Please help my husband out, Gigi. And let's start with you on your favorite recipe that would be great for our audience and your book.
Well, I did send in a favorite recipe so everyone could have it. I think I sent it to you along with a picture of what it is, but it's a Southern Comfort pecan pie. And it's a pecan pie with the twist, and it gives you a little bit of extra comfort during the holidays. You don't have to put the alcohol in it, but it does. It does.
Okay, got it.
So if you need a little more comfort, put a little extra Southern Comfort in. But it's a pecan pie with a little bit of a twist. And everyone loves pecan pie because it's something, it says the holidays. And so my favorite holiday tradition is holidays were huge for us because my mom is a baker, my family was bakers, and my great-great-grandmother had her first bakery in Oklahoma in the turn of the century. So we've all baked. So family tradition and comfort and holidays is baking. And so our favorite was just, we would have cookies and everything and fudge, and our whole counters were filled, and we would put baskets together, and then we would just deliver them to all the people in need and our family, friends, and neighbors. And it was just a beautiful time. And so I think holiday for me is home cooking, hospitality, and baking. I mean, that to me, that says holiday and Christmas.
Thank you. Gigi, hold up your book, please, as well. The Secret Ingredient, which was on display at the Great American Media movie premiere 2 weeks ago. And I'll tell you what, it was a huge popular success. So thank you. A great book. And, you know, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Debbie Maycomber, you're next on the list because you know what? You were also somebody who inspired me with your recipes when we talked about your new Christmas book. And I would love for you to share how you have incorporated your family recipes and traditions around each and every Christmas book that you've been putting out since you started. That has been, it's been home for me whenever I've read your books.
Oh, well, thank you. You know, our family put together a family cookbook because there's just so many recipes that we've shared. But I wanted to tell you that, you know, as Wayne and I as our children have grown and had families of their own, we've encouraged them to start their own traditions. But Wayne and I recently started, for the last 4 years, a tradition of our own that we cook together, and it's Czech mix. And we make it for our family, and everybody looks so forward to it. And I love that Wayne and I can do this together. And I will tell you the secret. You can use the regular recipe that's on the back of the cereal boxes, but you just add whatever you want, and lots of butter, because everything is better with butter. And we've had such a good time doing that together. So, and our family, I'll condense the story to the name of our family cookbook. My maiden name is Adler. And when our children were little, we would go to my parents' home, and they would get so excited, and they'd say, "Oh, goody, we get Adler food." And that became the name of our family cookbook. And it's because my mother, was such a wonderful cook, and those traditions have been passed down to me and to my children.
Oh, I absolutely love that tradition. I'll jokingly say, but I'm grateful for your family traditions. My mother, she's going to be watching this, and she's going to be sitting there laughing because she tried to teach me how to cook growing up. I always sat in the kitchen with her and my grandma. And I did learn how to make the Hungarian sweets, the Hungarian cookies. Gigi, I can do that.
Yeah.
Just a bit. But somebody has to be close to the oven so I don't set the fire alarm off and bring the fire department here. But with that said, the whole family traditions is those memories of sitting in the kitchen with them and watching them do their recipes and their family recipes, and my great-grandparents coming from Hungary and sharing that with our family. And I absolutely love how your family, Debbie, did that. Also, can you hold up your new book for me? This is the perfect stocking stuff for you guys. Yes, I absolutely love this. Yes, I love this book. Debbie was on my show, like every one of you. And Debbie, you just want to say really quickly about the book?
Oh, it's titled A Fairy Merry Christmas, and it takes place on a ferry boat in the middle of Puget Sound that is stuck. And all these people have a good reason to get to Seattle, and they're very upset until something happens that brings them all together.
Wait until you see. So everybody go pick it up. It's a great book. Okay.
Thank you.
Absolutely, Debbie. Thank you so much for being here with us. Okay, Dani Pettrey, you're next. I'm so glad to have you back. This is the second year that you have joined me. So thank you for being here. And I love having you part of my life in so many different ways. So let's talk about some of your family cooking traditions in your book.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you for having me back. I love being on your podcast, and I'm really happy to be here with these lovely ladies. So we have a tradition of baking sugar cookies. My grandsons and we bake sugar cookies, and then we decorate them. And so I'm just going to say they get the sprinkles, they get the icing, they get the cinnamon little red things, the sugar. And so my island is just a mass of toppings for sugar cookies. But we do that. And then on Thanksgiving, we have our Thanksgiving meal. One of my favorite dishes is sweet potatoes with marshmallow on it. And our secret ingredient is apple cider, which is a little bit different. But on Thanksgiving, after we eat, we set up all of our Christmas stuff. And so it's kind of like a special day for us. We put on Christmas movies, we get everything out, and everybody in my family decorates the Christmas tree. And so that's kind of our tradition on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I love that. And can you also show your picture, your book image? There you go.
Yeah,
okay.
Sorry.
It's okay, 2 seconds too late. But also talk really quickly about the new one that's coming out with Lynette Eason as well.
Yeah, so Lynette Eason and I have done another novella together. It's our third one. It's called Whiteout, and it takes place in a fictional town in Colorado that was based off of Durango, Colorado in my mind. And it has 2 lodges there, and my characters go heli-skiing, and then there's an avalanche. Her characters are stuck on one side of the avalanche. My characters are stuck on the other. So they're both happening at the same time, but on other sides of the avalanche. And my group is on the side with the old dilapidated lodge. And there is a killer among the group, and they're all stuck in the house together. So kind of an Agatha Christie-ish nod.
Yes, no, absolutely. And I got the ARC copy and I called her and I said, I
Yay.
think I figured out who was the murderer, who's the killer.
Yeah.
And I was right. I was right.
Hey, that's awesome. Good job. Yeah.
No, you do such good work, but I do want to highlight this for everybody. So we're talking about God, country, and family on the show. And Dani is definitely in the country perspective where she's 6th-generation military family, you guys,
Oh.
and a veteran spouse. And you want to just share a little bit about what you've been writing in the mental health aspect.
Yes, absolutely. So I've kind of been focusing on veterans and their mental health, on PTSD, on veteran suicide. There's like 21, I believe, a day that commit suicide. It's horrible, and it affects the families as well, and a lot of the spouses and even the kids with depression. And so I talk a lot about that and how we can help our veterans, but I'm also coming from a place of having depression myself. And so when I talk about depression with veterans and their families, I also talk about my journey with depression and how God's been there for me.
Thank you, Dani. I really appreciate that.
Sure.
It's very important work that you're doing.
Thank you.
You know what? Let's go over to Isaac Abla, because a lot of her work is also very similar to what, Dani, you've been writing about, just health and healing, especially the healing component. And Isaac, you have a brand new book out, Heavenly Whispers, literally just came out this week. So please share with us a little bit about your family traditions and your brand new book.
Eden, it's so good to be here with everybody. Such a joy to hear your stories and your books. As I said, I don't have a lot of tradition, Christmas tradition that with my family, but with my church family, we have a lot of tradition. First 25 years of my life, I was a Muslim. We didn't celebrate Christmas. But then next 25 years, more than that of my life, I have been celebrating more so Christmas. My mother came to Christ 3 years ago during one of my broadcasts. And she, after my father passed away, she moved in with me. She moved to America, imagine, and surrendered her life to Jesus. And we started creating our new traditions with her. She's like Eden. I don't know if she can burn the kitchen when she cooks or she can cook anything edible. So, so we have to decide that. And my book is Heavenly Whispers. I cannot hold it yet. It's arriving today or tomorrow, and I'm super excited.
Yes.
And Eden, thank you so much for always bringing Christmas spirit amongst us, amongst the authors. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Well, thank you, because this is your second year doing this as well. So thank you for coming back. Absolutely. And everybody, her book is the perfect stocking stuffer size. It's about the same size as Debbie's. So if you're needing another stocking stuffer, Heavenly Whispers, it's available on Amazon. Go pick it up. It's absolutely an amazing 365 devotional. So a great way to end the year and to kick off New Year. Okay, Hedia, I am so glad to have you here. And I would love to hear your traditions, because you have a phenomenal background. You and Isaac, there's a lot of parallels there.
Yeah, like my dear sister Isaac, I also spent my early years in Islam. I actually came to Islam in college. My parents were secular, so I wasn't raised with religion. So I didn't get to start practicing Christmas till about 8 years ago. But me and my husband together are a blended family with 6 kids, no grandkids yet. But, you know, honestly, when I think about Christmas and the holidays, it is just a rowdy time is the best way I have to explain it, where it's just a lot of people. There's sometimes new significant others have gone and new ones have come, and we just get around and laugh and have a great time, tell jokes, tell stories. I am also not much of a cook. All I knew was Persian food, and the kids aren't a big fan. So my husband does all the cooking, and I am the sous chef. So I love it. I am happy to clean and help and chop, and he puts on a fabulous meal. So it's just it's for me, especially as a relatively new believer, it's just so important for me to create these memories so that my daughter has a legacy that she could take forward to generations, because it is basically her bloodline that changes our entire family legacy, because she will be the one that carries forward that love of Christ. And so it's really a blessing for me.
Oh, and can you also show your book? I see it right behind you. Yes. Yes.
It's Living Fearless in Christ, and it's kind of a memoir, but it's also to equip and encourage the church to be more bold and courageous in their faith.
Can you share one more little snippet of your work of what you did? You guys have to share this. She kind of reminds me of Mrs. Smith of the CIA. We'll just leave it at that. Can I leave it there, or can you say a little bit? I just love what your background and what you did.
Yeah, sure. I worked for I was a federal contractor for the US government in counterterrorism and national security for about 25 years or so, working under 5 presidential administrations, traveling to about 37 plus countries, trying to build moderate Muslim networks to defeat radical Islam. Wasn't successful. And now I'm doing it in a way that I know is successful, which is just calling people to Christ. That is the only solution that works.
Amen. Oh, thank you so much for sharing that. I was still going to call you Mrs. Smith, but thank you. Thank you. Okay, Elizabeth Goddard, you're up. I'm so glad to have you back as well. Thank you for returning.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here with everybody, and I love listening to all these amazing stories. It's just wonderful. I want to echo what quite a few of you have said already. First of all, like, we would go home to Texas for Christmas. We live in Washington State now, but for 50 years, my entire family would just come down on my mom's house, and my brother and all of his kids and us and all of our kids. And just, it was just fantastic. It was wonderful. And those times are gone now, because, and then we would go to my grandparents' house on both sides. Everybody lived, I was a 7th-generation Texan, and everybody lived kind of in the same small town, same area. So you can imagine, huge family. And my grandparents were gone, my mom was gone. And this year we're starting a new tradition, because we moved into a new home, and I live like 30 minutes from my daughter now. She just had a new baby, and she moved 30 minits away. She was like 4 hours, living north of us, north of Seattle, 4 hours away, really. And she has 3 children now, because she just had her new baby. So we're going to start a new tradition. And I think that it can be very painful when you have, you've done something a certain way for decades, and then all of that changes. So I think it's so important that you, with your own family, when you have your own children, that you have to start your own tradition. And so we're working on that. So November 1st was the first time this year that I pulled out my tree. Actually, my guys pulled it out and all the decorations. It took about 3 days for me to get everything up, but I decided, 3 weeks. We used to do it right after Thanksgiving, but 3 weeks is just not enough time to celebrate Christmas. In fact, I love Christmas so much that my husband has said that I should just have one of those all year long, 24/7 Christmas stores. I should own one. And so that's kind of in my mind, but maybe I'll just keep all my Christmas decorations up the whole time. So we're starting new traditions this year, and it's going to be, I hope, really good for all of my children. I have 4 children, and 3 of them live close to me, and my son is in Michigan, and 2 of my sons live with me, and I have a special needs son. And so we're just, we're going to try new things and to make it very special, even though we live far away from our extended family on both sides. And that's just kind of not how I grew up. But as for recipes, I am one of those people that, yes, the smoke alarms go off when I cook. But my mom, she would cook every kind of pie, chocolate pie, pumpkin pie, pecan pie, strawberry pie, and mincemeat. And I have never tried that. I don't know, you guys, if you like mincemeat, but I don't like that. I've never tried it. It just doesn't sound good to me. And she would make fudge. But my favorite pie is pumpkin pie. And what I do is I don't make it. I go get it at Costco, because you can't. There's no better deal. It's so big, and you can't make it for that cheap, and it tastes so good. And I buy 4 or 5 of those, and I pretty much eat them every day, eat a piece of pie every day, all the way through the holidays while I have them. So it's pretty crazy. Anyway, I've just got our new fireplace put in, and the tree's up, and I have my favorite. I don't know if you guys love the smells of Christmas, but I just found my cinnamon stick smell, and I sprayed it all over the house, and you just walk through, and that helps create memories, right? The smells, not just the pies and all of that cooking, but just that cinnamon stick smell. So,
I
Oh,
do
also show your books. Yeah, show your
Yeah,
books.
stocking stuffers. These are,
Yes.
if you have big stockings, I have 2 books out this year. Books 1 and 2, Storm Warning and Perilous Tides of my Hidden Bay series set on the Washington coast. And these are stories of faith and mystery and intrigue. And I do have a fairy scene too, Debbie, a fairy scene where a car goes off into the water. So
Yes, she does.
one of
Yes,
my
you
books
do.
opens with that. So, but those are great to read because I have Deadly Currents, which is coming out in February, which is book 3. So
Oh,
get these, put them in
congratulations.
stockings and get ready to read that book 3.
Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. I hope to see you you know what? I'm going to say this to everybody. NRB, February 17th through the 20th.
Yeah.
You guys come join our craziness, the madness of it all. It is so much fun. Polish up those roller skates. And if you have books that you want to promote, get yourself there and we're going to have a blast.